Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader here from Mr. Topstep with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Well, we had a wild one yesterday. ISM hit and we popped above 1400, and it became pretty clear pretty quickly that from 1400 above were stops. And not a lot of real buying, but just a lot of stops. And as those stops got hit, combined with people trying to short the market who were early and got rushed out of their short positions, we had a nice little short squeeze from 1400 all the way up to 1412. I mentioned to my subscribers, early in the afternoon that I really didn't believe much of this above 1400, and we ended up coming back down to test and close right at 1400 half. So, at this point, we're trading 1396.75. Europe came in this morning. Their PMI number was not where they wanted it to be. They don't really, they didn't want to buy it to run it back up. So, from a support and resistance perspective, 1412 is resistance. 1412 is resistance until further notice. I would imagine if we have a big beat in the jobs report on Friday, maybe we go up and try to test that number. But for now, 1412 seems to be a little bit of a blow off. It certainly blew off above the upper Bollinger Band on the daily chart. We've got some interesting pivots today. We've got double pivots, daily pivot and 3-day pivot running from 1401.17 to 1399.58. We're currently trading below those pivots. We've got a triple pivot zone below us, 1390.92 to 1388.25, with the 9 and 20s sitting right there at 1388. If for whatever reason we do sell off today, I would see 1388 as an area where we could find some support for a potential long trade. But I'm really thinking sideways today. You've got the bears who are pretty relieved to not have gotten completely taken out yesterday. The bulls have got to be shell-shocked. I mean, it was you go from being in complete euphoria at about noontime to giving it all back on the close, and now at this point we are down. We're 5 handles above the 1392 level where all of this began with the ISM at 10 o'clock. So we've nearly retraced all of that move. A decent development today would be to go down and test the 45-day pivot, which is essentially the area of the breakout. If that area were to hold, then I think you would see some buyers come in and say, okay, well, we've double bottomed at the area of the ISM breakout. So there's a few things to watch today as we head into the market. So let's do support and resistance. Current trade 1397 even. On the upside, you've got the 3-day daily pivot zone from 99.5 up to 1401. There's some Fibonacci levels thrown in there as well. Then I've got 1404 half, 1408. Yesterday's highs of 1411.75, and above that 1417. Down below, you've got a collection of Fibonacci levels that run from 1395 to 1396. Then you've got the pivot zone I mentioned from the 45 at essentially 1391 down to the 20-day at 1388.25. And below that, you've got the 20-day exponential moving average, which has really been our anchor at 1379.75 and 1377 just below that. So everybody have a fantastic day. Mike Vacchi, Princeton Trader. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trading well, everybody.